Hello everyone, welcome back to another aquatic adventure. I am here in our African penguin house and you can hear some of the penguins if you listen close. And today we're going to cover a few more of the cool adaptations that African penguins have to survive in their natural habitat. Now, behind my head here, you can see what their natural habitat is. They are native to the beaches of South Africa, which on the map back here is at the very tip of Africa. And so they are used to warm weather on the beach and colder weather in the water when they go hunting for their food. So they have a few really cool adaptations to be able to survive out there in the water. And one of them is an adaptation that all birds have. So what do all birds have that cover their body? These birds have the same thing, and that is feathers. And these birds, because they have to hunt for their food in the water, they have to remain waterproof while they're in the water. If they were not waterproof on the outside, the inside of their body would get really wet and cold, and so they could potentially get hypothermia. So they have a way to waterproof their feathers to make it almost like our raincoat. And that's what I'm going to show you here today. So I'm actually going to turn my camera around here in a moment to show you what it looks like when these birds get wet. But what they have is that at the base of their tail, I've got red pepper back here behind me, but I'm going to move it here because someone's closer. At the base of their tail, Sandy, you were just turned around. They don't always do what I want. That's okay. We'll look at red pepper behind us. So at the base of her tail, she might put her beak towards the base of her tail, and that's because right there they have an oil gland. And it's very similar to the oil that we have that coats our hair. And they will use that, they will dip their beak in that oil, and then they will preen themselves, P-R-E-E-N, preen themselves, and so they will move their beak over their feathers to try and zip those feathers back together. They fit together very much like a zipper. And while doing that and coating those in that oil that's on their beak makes them waterproof. So I want you to think right now, if they're waterproof, what do you think is going to happen to water that touches their back? Is it going to soak in, or is it going to stay on the top and make beads and kind of roll off? Think about it for a second. I'm going to turn my camera around and show you a penguin that we can get a little bit wet. Okay, so we have all of our penguin friends here. I've got Paula and Speckles. Paula's right here with the black. Speckles is over there. And we are going to look at Sandy as well. And so I just have the hose. I was just cleaning in here a little bit ago. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put a little trickle of water down one of these penguins' backs. They usually get really excited while I'm near them, so we're going to try to make sure we can see it. Hi, I have the hose. Are you excited about the hose? What are you doing? So if we get a little bit of water on her back, you guys can see now what happened on her back. So as she had that water touch her back, that was Sandy, that water rolled right off. Now I'm going to see if Speckles will come over here and let me do the same thing. Hi, Specklebird. Come here. We're going to put a few drips on Paula's back. Nope, Paula's not going to take it. We got a few drips on Speckles back there, so you can see the water beating off of Speckles back. They're actually very intrigued by my camera. Hi, Specklebird. There we go. So you can see all of that water is still sitting on her back, very much in beads on top of her feathers. And she is gonna fluff and shake that water out. I just got wet. And that is how they're gonna get rid of that water. So our penguins are waterproof so that they can stay dry while they swim around in the ocean catching their fish. So I hope you guys have a great day and continue to learn with us on Aquatic Adventures. See you later.